Okay, let's go to winter athletics summary. Art.
Well, there's three documents that I believe were in your board packet that was sent out. The first one is just the memo, which was pretty much the same for the last couple of years, just explaining the sports that we offer in the winter. Are they conference sports or are they independent sports? Our gymnastics and swim team are both do not compete in the MSC but do compete in an independent conference. Then on the chart I provided was our school enrollment and then the number of athletes that we had come out this winter and then the percentage based upon our enrollment. So you can see that this year we had a slight, increase, 0.2% of our student body, our 16.4 total, which was 0.2% higher than last year. We had a total of 247 athletes that came out this winter compared to 235 last year, 268 in 2011-12, and then 250 in 2011. The bottom of the page just recaps of how we do our pay to participate in the winter. 200 if it's the first sport, 150 it's the second sport. And then the payment plans that our business office offers, half before the first contest, which would be 100 or 75. Then the second half is due before the middle of the season, or they can set up a payment plan, which I think has really helped a lot of our families, paying all the fees. So that's the first page. The next pages are just the athletic summary, and I won't go through all the all-conference because we have recognized them at the beginning here, but I just wanted to give a little brief on how all of our teams did. Our girls varsity basketball team was 25-7, 9-2 in the MSC. We won our first game of the regional, beating Hinsdale South 52-41, and then we lost a tough game to Chicago Kenwood in the regional championship. We finished second in the MSC. They were the champions of our Bill Vandenberg Classic and third place at our RB Holiday Tournament. Our junior varsity was 19-6, 8-3 in the MSC. Our freshman A were 11-13, 7-4 in the MSC. Our freshman B team was 6-10 and 3-3 in the MSC. Our boys basketball team, if you had not heard, we lost a tough game against Proviso East in the regional championship, 72-65. They played real well. We had a great fan support there. We had a fan bus with about 50 kids that came out, some teachers and other, obviously our parents. It's a real good game, but unfortunately we dropped that. But we ended up 22-7 overall, 12-0 in the MSC. Like we mentioned before, this is the 13th year in a row that we've won conference. We finished third at our Bill Vandenberg Thanksgiving tournament. Sophomores were 21-3 overall, 12-0 in the MSC. They were sophomore champs. Our freshman A was 20-4 overall, 11-1 in the MSC, and our freshman B were 14-9 overall, 10-1 in the MSC. Both of them were conference champs. Competitive cheerleading, as stated before, they took 15th in state. We took 4th place at the sectional, second in the MSC, second place at the Joliet West Cheerfest. Junior varsity, they took first in the conference, and then 4th place at the ICAA, which is their equivalent of state competition. I would like to thank anybody that helped out or that were around at our cheer sectional that we did again this year. As most of you know, we had a last-minute change due to weather, and we did it on Sunday, and the parents and boosters and everyone involved did an amazing job, and it was a long day, but it was another great day for RB. Girls gymnastics were 4-4 overall. As we stated, Lacey Smith was our sectional qualifier. We took 4th place at the regional, 4th place at the independent conference meet, and we won our RB gymnastic invite, which I think this was our 3rd year that we've done that. JV took 4th place in the independent conference. Competitive dance, they took 7th at the sectional, just missing the state cut, I think by 0.2 or 3 points. The top 6 go to state for that. We took 2nd place at the MSC meet and 3rd place at the Stag high school invite. Our boys swimming obviously had a historic year. Many state qualifiers, first time in school history that we won the sectional. It's been over 50 years since we won the independent conference meet. We also won our RB invite. Our JV also won the independent conference meet. Quinn did take 5th. We had him as all-state. I don't think we mentioned that at the beginning, but he took 5th in the 50-yard freestyle, as well as our other all-state athletes. Wrestlers were 12-11 overall in dual meets, 3-2 in the MSC. We had 2 state qualifiers. We won the regional for the second year in a row. And took third place at the MSC conference, or in the MSC conference. JV was 6-4, 3-2 in the MSC, and our freshmen were 1-5 in overall duels, which is kind of exciting because we have not had kind of a full freshman schedule in a while, so we're getting more kids out, and that's a good thing. So that's kind of a recap of our winter. I think it was a very successful winter all around. The athletes and coaches did a great job. Our third page is just our pay to participate comparison over the last 4 years. You can see, I think our numbers are kind of where we want them to be. We haven't declined based upon the pay to participate. I think with changing that second sport to 150 may or may not have impacted much a whole lot. We have some more kids come out this year than we did last year, percentage-wise. But some of these numbers I think are going to kind of stay the same on a given year because they are cut sports. So you're kind of capped at where you can go with that. There's only a couple sports that are offered in the winter where we can really see a huge expanse, a huge number of increase over the years if we do continue to grow population-wise. Swimming could go up, wrestling could obviously go up, but our basketball program is going to relatively stay the same. Pipettes and cheerleading is going to stay pretty much the same. The fees collected, once we collect all the fees for the winter, I think we'll be just a few $1,000s off of where we were last year with everything at $200. So I think financially we're right where we thought we would be. It's hard to compare based upon the 2 sports and 3 sport athletes until the end of the year. We didn't really break it down last year with 2 sports because it was just $200, so we didn't look at it that way. But we do have 247 total athletes from the winter, 157, that was their first sport, 55, this was their second sport, and we had 35 athletes that were waived. Any questions?
Any questions for Art on winter summary?